All right, hello guys, welcome back to another video. We just finished uh, resetting these again. We hadn't been uh, recording videos in a while due to work and just having other duties outside. But we're back at it. We're finally on the good schedule where I'm off Mondays to be able to do things like this. That way, Tuesday, Wednesdays come, and then we can just kind of see what the scores from those games happen, and we can check them out with more time, right? So right now we got time anyways because the next match day, 7 and 8 aren't until January 21st and 29th. So we got some time there. So yeah, but we just resetted this 3 match days because we had missed them. So if you want to go check that out, you can. Just kind of talked a little bit about most of the teams, kind of where they're at, what they need to do, right? So right now, I want to predict match day 7, and then we'll look at the table here to kind of see where the teams are probably going to end up at, because after that is just one more, right? And right now, with a lot of teams playing or with more time that has passed, it's kind of easy, not easier, but probably more predictable about what teams are going to play better and what teams are not, right? So just to get started here, let's see, Monaco versus Villa. I think Villa would take this 3-2. Atlanta versus Sturmgrass. I have Atlanta winning 3-1. This is also just kind of going off recent results that I've kind of paid attention a little bit, not too much, because both competitions are different, right? Atletico Madrid versus Leverkusen. I think I have Atletico Madrid winning. I want to say 2-1. Bologna versus Dortmund. Dortmund has to win here. I'm going to give it to them 3-0. Bruges versus Juventus. I'm going to give it to Juventus 2-0. Bruges is a good team. Juventus also a good team. Red Star versus PSV. I'm going to give it to PSV 2-1. Excuse my dog. Messing with his collar there. Liverpool versus Lille. Liverpool should take this. I'm gonna give it to them. 4-1. Slovan Bratislava versus Stuttgart. I'm gonna give it to Stuttgart, I believe here. I'm gonna say 3-2. Benfica versus Barcelona. Benfica is an interesting team because, sometimes they can play up to like the level of competition, and then sometimes you kind of see some poor performances. I feel like so. I'm still gonna give it to Barcelona here. They haven't been playing well as of late, and they've lost their 2 last league matches. So not looking so hot, but this will be back in January. We'll see how they're doing, by then. And of course, the quality of players, should be a little bit higher than Benfica here, right? So I'm gonna give it to them 2-0. Shakhtar versus Brest. I'm going to let me see. Shakhtar beat PSV, and then they lost to Munich. Kind of hard to say. I think I'll give it. I'm gonna put this one as a tie. I think I'll put this 1-1. Leipzig versus Sporting. I think I like Sporting here. I'm gonna give it to them 3-1. Milan versus Girona. I'm gonna give it to Girona here 3-0. Prague versus Inter. I'm gonna say they win 3-1. Arsenal versus Dinamo. I'm gonna say 4-0. Celtic versus Young Boys. Everyone's beating up on the Young Boys here, so I'm gonna give it to Celtic. I'm gonna say 3-0. Feyenoord versus Munich. Munich should be taking this. I'm gonna give it to them 3-1. PSV versus City. PSG versus City. I'm sorry. I'm going to, of course, I'll pick City here. We'll see how they're doing by January, but they've been on a L streak and or non-winless streak. 'Cause I think they tied versus Feyenoord a couple weeks ago. But I mean, I don't know if it's just a bad spot that they're going through, if they need some time to rest, and I think here with the holidays they might get that. So PSG haven't looked, hot, playing any no individual I feel like performances really to kind of elevate the team, right? So I think I'll take City here. I'm gonna say 2-1, not 2-1, and then Real Madrid and Salzburg. Real Madrid should really be taking this easily. I'm gonna give it to them 4-0. Okay, so this is kind of my predictions for matchday 7, back in, or for the future in January. Let's see where the teams are at right now. Liverpool at the top again, still. Barcelona still at the top. Arsenal, Inter, and you kind of started to see, most of these teams, superstar, teams with names like big names, starting to move up, right? Dortmund, Munich, Milan, Atletico. Real Madrid still at the bottom here, kind of like in the verge of like the second part of the qualification matches, and then City here, those ties, that loss versus Sporting have not been well for them, but yeah, PSG, I don't know if they're gonna make it, honestly. Maybe they will. Let's see. Who does Bruges have last? There's a couple teams here with 10 points, right? So they will need to jump up. They need, like, all these teams not to win, basically. Monaco, Benfica, Stuttgart. And who plays at the end? Monaco. Okay, so they might not win there. Benfica. Where is it here? Might not win there. And here at the bottom. Okay, so and they play directly one of them, right? So they don't get points, they jump, right? So I think they'll be 24, 23rd, or 22nd there, and then we'll see what happens. Because really, that's all that has to happen. They got to switch because they'll for sure win. They have to win because I don't see them winning against City here, right? So I mean, we'll see what happens. So we'll have, this is what the playoffs look like so far. It'll be let's say Liverpool versus Real Madrid, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I think one would go with 16, 2 with 15, and so forth, right? Where 9 plays 8, or 8 plays 9, I'm sorry. And I mean, they'll play a little kind of playing round to see, who gets in, playing matches, who gets in. But we'll see what happens there. I'm not sure if this will be an extra. It has to be an extra game or an extra 2 games. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see what happens whenever we get there. Unfortunately, Young Boys, Slovan, Leipzig, 0 wins. 0 wins so far. 0 points. Not even a tie, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens there. That'll be. These are my predictions for January 21st and 22nd. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. What would you have the scores at? Based on the teams and how they look right now. We'll see what happens. And then if anyone wants to, come join me, I'll add you here on the recording, and we can talk, ball. And appreciate you watching all the way to the end. you know, have any questions, comments, whatever you want to say, you know, put it down in the comments. You know, I'll take a look and then, you know, put it on the next video here. All right. Thank you guys for watching.